Hey YouTube, Puff and Snuff here, Ian, checking in as always from beautiful Northeast Ohio. Uh, just now sat down. It's early evening to relax, watch some football, smoke a pipe. Uh, Spent the day, played some golf with a buddy, and then went about the difficult and time-consuming task of closing up the pool for the season. So I sat down with this guy. Not really. It's from Paul's Pipe Shop, which I think is up in Michigan. Not aesthetically, not really my thing, but I won it a few years ago at a pipe show. Spent about $20 in raffle tickets, so it smokes real well. So I keep it around. Smoking McClelland Super Balkan, the Syrian. It's good. It's not quite what I expected. You know, I saw the word super and thought it was going to be really kind of a Latakia blast, but it's really not. I mean, you definitely taste the Latakia. It's good. It's definitely tastes the Oriental in there. But it's good. I don't know if I'll buy it again because it's not really what I was looking for. But anyway, jumped on today to talk about two new pipe product. Well, not new, but new to me. Pipe products. By the way, catching up on some reading. This came in the mail. It never changes. It's always the same stuff, same descriptions. I still read it cover to cover every damn time. Anyway, just want to talk about two new products to me that I've started using. The first I picked up at the Columbus Pipe Show. It's just a little Jetline soft flame butane. Great little lighter. You don't get the Zippo taste like if you have the Zippo insert, and certainly a little nicer than a Bic. I still prefer matches, but if you're outdoors or in the car, you know, it's a real little winner. The guy from Monger International had a handful of those on his table, selling for like $12 or $15. They sold out real quick last year at the show, and then people were jumping on them this year. Figured why not for, you know, pretty close to dirt cheap. Why not? Really happy with it. So, kind of my new pipe lighter. This guy's just about out. So yeah, if you see them, I don't know if Pipes and Cigars or Smoking Pipes or Mars or any other online guys carry them, but if you see them, they're really good. It's a soft flame like you get with the Bic, but you get a little better control. A real nice lighter. It's for what they charge. You know, little things like that I think can make the whole pipe smoking thing a lot more enjoyable when it's just a nice, easy, feels good in your hand. It's nice, easy to operate. The second thing, by the way, wearing the Missouri Meerschaum cap. I also picked that up at the show. The other product I want to talk about, pipe cleaners. I've used a number of different kinds of pipe cleaners, and most of them I haven't liked very much. I don't really care too much for the Brigham cleaners. I have a tough time getting them to pass through a lot of my pipes, even the pipes that pass any other cleaner. I don't really care for Dills. I feel like they're I feel like they're cheap, which probably is not fair to say, and it's probably not true, but I feel like they're not the best. I usually use, and I can't think of what they're called now, is it JR Long, LJ Long, which I like, but they tend to leave a little bit of that pipe cleaner lint that can be annoying. It doesn't really, I guess, affect anything. It's just kind of annoying. And they don't seem to, they absorb the liquid so quickly that I feel like it leaves some liquid behind, so you're going through a couple pipe cleaners. But that's what I've been using for the longest time. My father-in-law, who does not smoke a pipe, had to buy some pipe cleaners online. I don't remember what he's using them for, but he smokes cigars now and again. So I think he probably just ordered some when he bought some cigars, and he bought a ton more than he needed, and he gave them to me. And so I've been using the Big Ben cleaners, and they're fantastic. So I think I don't know what they cost. I don't know if they're considerably pricier than other pipe cleaners, but they're nice cleaners. They are soft, so they're not a bristle cleaner, but it's almost just a little bit bristly. I mean, I wouldn't use this to scrub, but it seems to be probably not as, I don't know. I don't want to say it doesn't seem as absorbent, because it actually seems to absorb more than the longs that I've been using. It doesn't leave. Here's a used one. I mean, you can see it's not like it's completely sopping wet. It's not turned completely, black and gunked up. So it kind of almost is acting like a bristle cleaner and an absorbent cleaner all in one. Like I said, I don't know what they cost. I could see them probably being twice the price of the longs or the dills. And of course, we use these things like there's no tomorrow. So I guess to stock up on them could become a pricey proposition. But good pipe cleaners. So that's just another thing. Good pipe cleaners, a nice lighter, little things like that beyond just the pipes and the tobacco that we're smoking in them. I think could probably really go a long way to just improving that overall experience. So just wanted to jump on real quick, talk about those. Not a whole lot going on. I did pick up 2 pipes at the Columbus show. The next time I smoked them, I finally got, it's not a perfect saddle stem, it's not a true saddle stem, but I've been looking for a while for a straight bulldog with a saddle stem. Let's see if I can do this without getting my hand in the damn picture. Been looking for a straight bulldog with a saddle stem for a while. If you've watched my videos before, I am partial to the bulldog shape. I also like billiards. Those 2 shapes, I think, except for maybe a freehand and a Dublin and maybe something else, I think virtually my entire collection are bulldogs and billiards. A couple classic shapes. But I haven't had a straight one, and I really like a saddle stem look. So I was kind of shopping for one. Didn't find one. I found one, but it was kind of on the estate table, and this looked like this particular estate pipe had seen some rough days. Had some weird ornamentation on the stem. It almost looked like it had a hood ornament in the shape of like a duck or a goose or something like that coming up off the top, which maybe that means it's like $1 million pipe that was on sale for like $50 and I'm an idiot and just walked right past it. I don't know, but I buy my pipes to smoke, not collect or sell, and it wasn't really something I saw myself smoking a whole lot. So I took a pass, but I did find one that was very close, not a perfect saddle stem. There's a little bit of a cant, not quite as much as like with a cutty. It's a real nice pipe. Real happy with that. So I'll show you that. And the other one was just a cob. I went down there knowing I wanted to get another cob. So I got a Missouri Meerschaum. It's called a spindle, which I hadn't seen before. I have the spool, which is... I can never remember convex versus concave. So let's pretend that concave is when something bends in. So it's kind of like an hourglass shape figure to the bowl. Fits, it's when your finger kind of nooks in there perfectly. The spindle's like the opposite. There's almost like a, it extrudes a little bit, and so there's like a ring around the outside of the bowl. So the exact kind of like opposite, of the spool. Good sized bowl and nice thick walls. I've been meaning. I initially bought it because I wanted to have, even though cobs don't really ghost, I have a cob that I use with Virginia as a cob that I use with Latakia. 4 or 5 cobs for tasting or for whatever. And I went intending to get the cob to use with Lakeland blends, but I've been smoking it so much that I'm just not going to do that because I don't smoke Lakeland all that often. But I love that little sucker. That's a hell of a good little corn cob. Not that there's such a bad thing or not that there's such a thing as a bad corn cob. So I'm probably just going to stick that in the regular Virginia Burley rotation. But so yeah, 2 pipes, which I'll talk about them here, and of course I'm not going to show them to you because they're in the other room, and I'm worn out, so I'm not getting my ass up off the couch right now. But no, I'll probably smoke those in a few days, and I'll do a video with them. So I think that's it. Hey, well, I guess there is one other thing. I tried at the show. Who is it? It's Tsuga, the Japanese pipe maker, has those blends they've had, and if you get this, they're in there. They have the Four Seasons series and they have the Gods series. The one Raijin, which I think is the Thunder God. It's a Virginia Perique, and I thought I heard that they're using leaf tips from the Virginias, and I also thought I heard that leaf tips tend to be a little higher in nicotine. I don't know if I heard both of those things correctly. I don't know if either of them are true. I asked the guy what the Perique content was, and he said it was about 11%. I'd be shocked if that's true. It was very heavy on the Perique, which is a good thing for me. I love Perique, but I can't imagine it only had 11%. This had to be upwards of 15. It was potent. But between the heavy Perique, which seems to carry a bit of a nicotine punch, and what I'm assuming to be true about Virginia leaf tips and nicotine, I have a fairly high nicotine tolerance, I think. I had 1 bowl of this. In fairness, it was in the early afternoon. I'd been smoking pretty much nonstop out on the patio since about 10 in the morning, and hadn't eaten. I just had a bunch of coffee. So that may have played a role. But this sucker, I kind of felt like I was melting into my chair. It was delicious. So if you like a good, strong Perique vapor blend, and you're not too concerned about getting punched in the face with nicotine, try that. They weren't selling any, or I'd have bought a tin. So I just got a little sample baggie to go, and I finished it off. And it was pretty potent. I smoked it again the other day after breakfast, and it was still pretty potent. So if you don't shy away from that sort of thing, I recommend it. I will certainly be putting some in my next order. So, well, I said before, I think that's it, but this time I really think this is it. That's all for me, guys. Take it easy.